Well, Stephen Colbert on his Late Show said that Americans want to elect someone that they, quote, could have a beer with. So he offered Vice President Kamala Harris a Miller Lite, and they shared one during the interview on Tuesday.
Why not a Bud Light? I was figuring.
I'm sorry.
Well, he said that was her choice.
It's Miller High Life. It's not a light.
Sorry. Miller High Life.
Okay.
Sorry, I mispronounced. Yeah. He did say, I checked with your people and got your preference, and this is what she chose. Obviously an American brand. They are desperately trying to make her look relatable. You recall we were fed this with Hillary Clinton when a black radio station asked her what she always carries, and she said hot sauce in my purse because she felt like that was very culturally relevant to black people. There are a few problems with this. Number one, we're dealing with a major hurricane, so we need sober leaders, not people who want to just fool around. Number two, also, these shows are not filmed at late night, so this is pre-happy hour hours that she's drinking. And number two, people already think that she sounds too boozy during working hours, so this doesn't help. And finally, the American people actually, if Colbert had done his homework, they actually don't want drinkers for leaders. If you look at the last two presidential election winners, both of them were sober. Did you know this? That both Joe Biden and President Trump are sober because both have talked about the destructive effects of alcoholism on their families, and they both made conscious choices to abstain. So the idea, I think, is offensive to the rest of us that we just want to share an addictive substance with our leaders is stupid. Americans actually need leaders who have their wits about them during this time of war and economic destruction, don't you think? In fact, on a recent podcast, this went viral because President Trump talked about his confession of his brother's alcoholism that inspired him to never drink. Watch.
I had a great brother who taught me a lesson. Don't drink. Don't drink. And he said, don't smoke. He smoked and he drank, and he was a great guy. He was a handsome, very handsome guy.
Is he older? He was older?
Quite a bit older, yeah. And he had a problem with alcohol and smoke a lot. But, I tell people, no drugs, no drinking, no cigarettes.
Yeah.
I tell that to my kids all the time. I'd say, no drugs, no drinking, no smoke. And that
was tough.
He'd always tell me, he'd say, never. So he was, really old enough that you would look up to somebody, and I'd look up to him anyway.
Did you admire him?
Yeah, I admired so much about him. He had so much going. He had the look. He had an unbelievable personality, like an incredible personality.
What was his name, Donald?
His name was Fred Trump. And he had a problem with alcohol. He got addicted to it.
Now, I like the idea of normalizing non-drinking over people want to elect you because you look beer shareable. But let me know how you think. And is the media doing her any favors by trying to make her look cool when we don't need cool right now. We need serious leaders. People are dying in the Middle East. People will go ahead.
I want to see her on Rogan and smoke a joint.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anything of the sort. I would like to see her be serious on the topics because she can sort of do this. She can talk about her turkey brine recipe. She can have a beer and talk about what she eats and how she goes on the elliptical and things like that. What she can't do is offer an alternative to the Biden-Harris administration. I would like to see that, wouldn't you?
I like what Jeff says in our chat. He says, I've been drinking every day for 30 years and I've never gotten hooked.
Okay. I'm not going to vote for you.
I like that, Jeff. That's a good joke.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Also, she was on Howard Stern this week, and this is super rich because he asked her, she works out. He says she's in good shape because that's kind of his thing, or at least it used to be, to lust over women's bodies. And so he did say, you look like you're in good shape, and that was super cringe. Which my kids say I shouldn't say cringe, but I said it. He asked her, if she likes Doritos. She says she really likes Doritos, and she once ate a family-size bag. Cool. She says she likes Raisin Bran, Special K. So you see that she's dropping these American culturalisms to make us think that she's just like us. And then he said, which is nice. That's fine, right? If that works on you, I don't know how hard you are on the issues if you share a love of Special K with the vice president. But he also said he just really doesn't like the humor that Saturday Night Live puts forth about her when Maya Rudolph plays her. And here's how he explains it.
When I met you out in the hall, I said, I'm really nervous because I want this to go well for you. I want it to go well for the country. Even when I watch them on Saturday Night Live with the where they have Maya Rudolph playing you, I hate it. I don't want you being made fun of. There's too much at stake. I believe the entire future of this country right now, I mean, as America, land of the free, home of the brave, I think it's literally on the line.
I agree with you.
Is he delusional? I mean, absolutely delusional that America's liberty is on the line. I don't know if he's been paying attention to the last 3 years of what's happened in the United States. Our liberties have been removed from us. Were you around during what happened during lockdowns and mandates?
He was very pro-vaccine, pro-lockdown.
I mean, are you kidding me?
He liked that.
You're pro-liberty all of a sudden? What are you talking about? You're not pro-liberty.
He should be like the biggest free speech purist of any of us, because he's had this radio show and he's been attacked his whole entire career.
Right.
For doing what he wants to do. They literally, if he understood, I don't know, he's a smart guy. I mean, he went to Boston College, I think. He's a smart guy. Very smart guy. So what does he not understand about what the Democrats have become? They are the pro-war party. They are the pro taking away your liberty party. This is exactly why you have people like...
No, he's very pro-Ukraine.
This is exactly why you have people like Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney coming out in support of Kamala Harris.
Right.
Because they are the party of war. They are the party of control. They are the party of communism. I don't understand what he doesn't get about this. I mean, it's right in your face right now.
He's made his platform very pro-feminist. He thinks because the Democrats stand for abortion, he all of a sudden is a feminist, which is so weird. I started my broadcasting career under my maiden name, Natali Del Conte. He once called me Natali Del Conte. So that's not a great feminist. Can I say that? I just did.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. So
do it.
Well, let's see how that goes. Also, okay, good, because it's yeah. Okay, I said it. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't like it, but he apparently is a pro-feminist. Also, he doesn't appreciate political satire. He has had a presidential impersonator on his show at least since the 80s. Just today, I was able to find this presidential impersonator of fake Bill Clinton who made a sex call to a 75-year-old black woman. This is a comedian asking an elderly lady who keeps repeating "Praise Jesus" about what she's wearing. It gets increasingly sexual, but he doesn't like
satire.
An impersonator of a political candidate. Now he just can't take it anymore. He sexualized high school girls who were victims of Columbine. He sexualized the Olsen twins before they turned 18. He's had fake Barack Obamas. He's had fake Hillary Clintons. He's had fake Bill Clintons.
He's had Dana Carvey.
Now?
He's had Dana Carvey on his show praising him for his George H.W. Bush impersonation.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not, I don't understand. I mean, he's had Norm Macdonald on praising his Bob Dole impressions.
Right.
I mean, now he suddenly doesn't like satire.
Now he can't take the humor anymore. He's too old for it. He's become an old man who just can't take it. And you know, I do want to play you this clip. It's fine to change your mind. It's absolutely fine. But he did in 2008 vow never to support Democrats anymore because the FCC is communists. Watch this.
But I got so crazy over this yesterday, so I called my agent, and my agent, you know, he's a very liberal, Democrat kind of guy.
Oh, yes.
I go, that's it.
You have to quit the Democratic Party?
He goes, what do you mean? I go, you know what, Don? I voted Republican and I voted Democrat. I have vowed I will never vote for a Democrat again. I don't give a f***.
No matter who they are?
No matter who they are. I don't care if God becomes a Democrat. I said I backed Hillary Clinton. I backed Al Gore. I backed John Kerry. I am done with them. And he goes, what happened? I go, the fact that these Democrats on the FCC are communists. They're for communism. They don't want to see companies. This is gang.
Oh, I see.
Valid point. So what he's saying there, he wouldn't have voted for God as a Democrat. Kamala Harris is above God in his book, he's saying, by that logic, right?
Yeah.
And so
she's special K.
Yeah, okay. So what's changed? Well, the FCC is still very demonic. We saw that they penalized Elon Musk for what would have been broadband in these hurricane areas. They fast-tracked frequencies to George Soros recently. They're still a problem. They're still communist. I think what changed for him is that he's not regulated by the FCC as much now that he's on Sirius XM satellite radio, and so that's not a problem anymore. So it's very myopic. It's what I want to say, what I want to feel about, which again, it's fair. You can change your mind and say this doesn't matter to me anymore. What matters is I want to force everyone to get COVID vaccines, and I want to force everyone to support Ukraine. That's what he stands for, and that's what he likes about Kamala Harris.
Or, as some people are suggesting, a lot of people in our chat, we've got many tens of thousands of you watching. Many of you have said today that he's compromised. And so how is he compromised? Well, he 2 days ago came out on his show apparently and confessed at being at some one of Diddy's freak-off parties. So, okay. He's at Diddy's freak-off parties. This is interesting.
What? Okay,
yeah.
I didn't find this angle.
So, yes. So, again, the party that will never release the Epstein client list, the party that will keep the Diddy story quiet, is currently in power, and they will continue to suppress this, right? Because how many of these liberal elites are tied up in this Diddy scandal right now? How high does it actually go? I mean, who knows? I'm not going to say that he was doing anything nefarious or not, but we will find out, I guess. But if you want to support Kamala Harris, then you are supporting the suppression of this information and the censorship in the United States. So basically, supporting Kamala is supporting censorship. Okay. And supporting the suppression of this.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So is he compromised? I don't know. But hey, we'll find out.
I mean, he certainly is a shell of the broadcaster that he once was, who had a sense of humor, who spoke for freedom, who was tortured, in fact, by the FCC because he said things he thought he should have been free to say, and they decided he wasn't. So how has this... It's a day and night from his original.
I mean, I used to deliver newspapers in Reading, Pennsylvania, and I would listen to 94 WYSP out of Philadelphia, and I would listen to the Howard Stern radio show while I was delivering morning newspapers before school. I would listen to Howard Stern. You know, like he was the gold standard for radio, and he was the gold standard for giving a middle finger to the government.
He's the self-proclaimed king of all media,
right? And so you would look up to the fact that he wouldn't take crap from anybody, and and I just couldn't believe it. And so to hear this total change in these people, it's just so...
It's authoritarianism that he's somehow come around the table. Who knows why? Is it old age? I don't know. I get more pro-freedom as I get older than less, so I'm not sure.
It must be the New York City bubble that he lives in or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to put words in his mouth. That's for him to do. But anyway, it's a very weird turn of events for him. And let us know your thoughts on that. If you suffer from daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. What we know about pain relief is changing forever. As we age, aches and pains are normal, and we're all searching for effective ways to relieve pain without side effects and addiction. Let's be frank, we've all seen the horrors of the opioid crisis. You may even be affected personally. Your family might know someone that has been affected by this. That's where a pioneering medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. You may have seen the world-renowned health expert featured in the national media. He's unveiled a natural pain reliever that has taken the world by storm. And I'm talking about Canoladine, the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous pills. As you read this right now, Canoladine has become the go-to pain reliever for over 1 million Americans, hundreds of professional athletes. It was even named as the UFC's #1 official pain reliever for the UFC. Right now, you guys can try it. Go to trykano.com/redacted, and you're going to get it for less than $1 per day. You can access the only Canoladine product in the world for less than $1 per day. Clint has provided this special link for you guys. You can guys get this special discount. Just go to trykano.com/redacted. I see a bunch of people in the chat who've already ordered this. Give it a shot. If you suffer from chronic pain, you don't want to have that addiction from drugs, try kano.com/redacted, the 100% drug-free Canoladine. Try it for less than $1 a day.